Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. This is David for Elizabeth Craft Designs, and I think we're live. Let me see if I can find the comments. That would help, right? There we go. Let me see. Yes, hello, Nance. I see Nance is here. And I need to take this one there. And this one there. There we go. And then last but not least, I need the YouTube comments. Where did they disappear to? Where did the YouTube comments go? There we go. It should all be fine now. Oh, why is live chat not here? Bear with me because I think I know. Oh dear, this is so annoying. Let me make that public. I'm sorry guys, I'll be right with you. I'm just trying to find where I did that. That is weird. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Now it should all be up and running. So hello, hello, hello everybody. Good to see you here. See a lot of people on Facebook. That's good. Hi everybody. Now I've lost the YouTube comments again, but I will find them back. This is weird. Hi Annette. Hi everybody. I don't know why YouTube comments aren't coming in. Bear with me. Is that working? Yes, now we're up and running. This is something I need to fix. Anyway, hello, hello, hello everybody. Welcome to Coffee and Craft. I've got my coffee. I've got my craft things ready, so we're ready to go. But hey, how is everybody doing? So we have Averill. Hello. Hi Anki. Hi Joe. Hi Jane. Hi Sylvia. Hi Annette. I already said that, right? Hi Klaska. Hi Patricia. Hi Anita. Hi Ivor. Hi Ellie. Good to see you all. Hello, hello, hello. Well, I managed to go live on both mediums. That's good, right? I think that's good. Trying to find myself here. There we go. So, who's grabbed a cuppa with me? Coffee, tea, or water, whatever you drink. Hi Femke. Hi Ann. Hi Saskia. Over on YouTube. Hi Lynn. So, it's good to see you all. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Always good. So yeah, I'm just gonna have some fun. It's gonna be relaxed. I'm gonna make one ATC. We'll see how far we get. If I go really quick, iced coffee. Well, that's another option, Patricia. Green tea, I see. Nonsense coffee. I've got my coffee here. So good. Well, I'm going to make one ATC, but it's more elaborate than I would normally do. I'm channeling my inner Annette Green. So I'm going to do more layering and stuff, etc. Got to do some coloring, and I'm going to combine her window die, which I just had in my hands, but seem to have misplaced. I'm really losing my mind here. I literally just had it in my hand. Anyway, I'm using my Santa stamp. I'm using this strip from the Lace Heart and Doily. And where did I put that? Oh, here it is. Right in front of me. The window through the window, and I'm gonna make Santa look through the window. Hi Sandra. Good to see you. Good to see you all. Well, so that's what we're going to do. So yeah, let's take another sip of my coffee and then switch the cameras around so you can sort of see my plan. But if you looked at the picture, well, it's true, right? Finish my coffee because I know myself I'm gonna forget that. Let's do this so we can still see each other. Well, you can see me. What I'm gonna do, first things first, I've got some coloring to do, so that is what I'm gonna do. And let's start with this one. This is my ATC card that I've cut out using one of the dies from the Torn set. That's a set that's still available on the website. And I'm going to start by stamping my stamp on the back. And the stamp I'm going to use is from the classic ATC stamp set. Let me switch off the sound of my phone. There we go. The classic ATC stamp set, that's what I'm going to use. That's also still available on the website. And if you think, oh, this guy is a bit more chaotic than normal, you're absolutely right. Because I was actually, just before I went live, I was still behind my computer designing something really fun. Can't say anything. It'll be a long time before it's coming, but it's going to be so much fun. So, yeah. So my mind was there. And then Daniel said, shouldn't you go live at 4? And I said, you are absolutely right. So I ran upstairs, and here I am. Hi Sandra, good to see you. He will be looking out. You will see. So that part is done. So at least I can't mess that up anymore or forget that, which is something I usually tend to do. I'm going to take one of Lisa Horton's Cloud 9 ink in the color charcoal gold, and I'm going to use that to color the edge of my ATC. And this is going to give that a nice dark but gold edge. Top is not that important because that will be covered, David. So what's on your desk? What are you working on at the moment? So this looks like a hot mess now, but it will come together. It will come together. I like this ink on that linen card that I've got here. Not that you will see much of it, but I will remember that because that gives it a nice effect. I will do a close-up in a second. So there we go. That should be enough. Baby box. Ah. You see that? That's a cool look. At least I think so. So you can go. Don't need you anymore. Need this and my alcohol to clean my mess. There we go. Okay, next piece. I need this and this. This is a long strip that I cut in half. And I'm going to use the same ink on this one, on the window frame. Oh, you can't tell. Ah, then I know. Then I know. That's fun, Anki. Oh, that's also fun. Right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this ink, which is also pigment ink. Christmas cards. That's also good to work on. Oh, that's not nice, Leslie. Hope you're well soon. Trifold autumn card. Well, good that you're crafting with me. Right, this is white shimmer. It looks very beige, but it turns out white, so that's good. Of course, now I need to know what that new place thingy is. Right, so I'm just going to go over this window with that white pigment ink, the white, what is it called? White shimmer. And that gives it a really nice frosted look, which I think is pretty cool. So I'm not looking for a perfect blend. I need it to be splotchy and not perfect. You see that? That's fun. Yeah, that's also very possible to do, using these dies to make a vignette card. So now I'm gonna color. This is the flower pot that goes in front of the window. And again, this ink is really picking up that linen texture in there. I like that. And the strip, I'm gonna do that. Now this is all pigment ink, so that needs to dry a bit longer. That's why I'm doing this now. And the strips. Now the strips, I don't even think you will see it on camera, but this makes it so stunning. I will do a close-up. It gives it a soft beigey tone, but a lot of sheen. Come on. Maybe if I put them next to each other, you see the difference. You see the shine a bit, but in real life it's really, really stunning color. Something in my way. Isn't that annoying when work gets in the way? Ah, congratulations. I need to get my selfie up and running again. But it's packed away at the moment, but I'll get to that. Well, that's also good, Katie. That sometimes needs to happen, that we store things. I need to do that with a lot of releases from Annette and Angelica that are still laying around. I need to put those on magnets and in my envelopes, so I know the feeling. Right, that is that. Let me clean this up. So now, coloring. I'm going to use my Olo markers, and I'm going to color on soft finish card, because why not? It goes so well. Yeah, these borders are going to be pretty, and they're going to be on that gold, so that's going to be fun. Put them in a safe space. This doesn't need anything color-wise. That's going to be in the background. So let's start color Santa, shall we? And I'm going to use the R01 to start with, to color in his face. So what I'm doing is I'm sort of dabbing instead of really making strokes. There we go. On the bigger surfaces I will do some strokes. He's not getting gloves because he's inside, but he is wearing his hat inside because he's Santa. That's how it goes, right? I don't have Copics, Sherry, and the only alcohol markers I own are the Olo markers. So I won't be able to tell you. But they should work pretty similar, so... Right, that's that one. Let's do the gray. And I'm just gonna do some flicks in his beard. Do his eyebrows. Femke, that is the see-through things. Google it. That you've got the different layers, depth. I don't know how to explain it, but if you Google it, you'll find it. If you keep working them, they will pill up, Jada. But it tends to hold up pretty well, I must say. I'm always very impressed, but don't overwork it. That is mainly. Don't overwork it. Oh, are there? Okay. Well, I'll have a good think about that because I'm not sure I'm going to need them because I think I've got all the colors I need, if I'm honest. But I say that now. And I do have full set syndrome, so he's got a nice beard. And now I'm going to go back in with the R0.2. Yeah, I would think so. If the Olo markers work well, I'm pretty sure the Copics work well. Just giving him a bit of darkness there. Coming back in with the lightest one. Even the blending out works a bit. I mean, don't overwork it. That's the key. But it does work. I mean, he's got some shading going on. I'm going to do the same on his hands. On the outside. Just dabbing a bit on. Coming back in with that lighter color. To blend it out. I think that's a fun way of coloring. Did you, Joko? Did you lose me? Right, this is the red R1.5. This is really nice, bright, true red. And what I'm doing with a color like this is I'm starting a bit away from the black because sometimes it, especially the soft finish card, will absorb the color and it will go to the edge itself. So and I can always come back. But this is a really nice bright red color. Okay. Well, it's true. I've got that. I'm still fighting the urge to buy the mini oxides. Because I really don't need them. But now I don't have it complete. That's me. And I'm fighting it. Just some darker color red there. Going back in with the light. And blend that out a bit. Now on this soft finish, it doesn't really blend it, but it does smooth it out a bit. Oops, made a boo-boo there. I will fix that in a second. But that's what I mean with the red. It's a hefty color. Okay, let's start to color in his coat. Ah, you missed the MT. Oh. Yeah, it's always on Thursdays at 4 o'clock. Every Monday, Wednesday and Friday we are live at 8 o'clock in the Netherlands, 12 Mountain Time, 12 p.m. And every Thursday we do Coffee and Craft at 4 o'clock in the Netherlands. And 8 a.m. Mountain Time. I think I said that correct, right? So I'm just coloring in, blah, 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 tum, tum, tum. I'm going to come in with a darker color. Oh, thank you, Colleen. I don't know, Jada. Could well be. Could well be. So, I'm just coming in on some of these darker points. Fairly everything that's a bit further away will be darker. I don't know, just like to play, and that's what Coffee and Craft is about for me. Just having fun and play, not having a real set in stone plan. Time flies though. That's why I would normally prep a lot more. That's why I said no, I'm only going to do one ATC card, because I know with all this coloring and stuff that's and chatting with you guys, I won't get much more done than this. I'll give you a close-up of him in a second, and you will see how nicely blended he is. I like it. You see that? It's got a bit of depth to him. Me likey. Right, I messed up something, so I have to fix it. Is this one running? I've got a new one that is brilliant that Debbie gave me, but that's not where it should be. There we go. This one's not working, but I've got more. That's the thing with these gel pens, if you don't use them very often. It's not perfect, but it will do. I can always come back. Right, so that. Okay, let's get my scissors, because I'm going to cut him out. And I did not make dies with this one, because he's quite easy to cut out. And it's nice to have a die, but you don't necessarily need it all the time. It also makes the set more expensive, having the dies with it. So we're trying to be considerate there as well. Thank you. I can't really look up to the comments now, guys, because I'm fussy cutting. And doing that live is a bit nerve-wracking, I must say. Now I'm not really sure why I bothered to do the bottom, because it's going to be cut off, but hey. Right, I need my green, because this needs to be green. True, Katie, true. I don't have that at the moment here, Thea. That's why I'm not using it. So I had to come up with something else. So I'm not going to be really precise with coloring this, because, well, there, that's done. Okay. Now, I'm not the best fussy cutter in the world, so I've got my little trick. I'm going to take a Sharpie coming from the back, and I'm just going to go around like so. Now, why am I coming from the back? If I would do it from the front and I slip, I'm going to ruin it. If I do it from the back and I slip, it's going to be on the back. So that's why I like doing it this way. Coming from the back and then just... Mind you, half of this will be cut off, but I just wanted to give you this tip. See? Perfectly cut, and it looks like you perfectly cut it to the edge. How cool is that? I love that trick, so yeah. Okay, now time to assemble, and that's going to be quick. Glue, that might be helpful. First things first, I'm going to glue these strips onto my ATC. Just putting some tiny dots of glue. If my glue wants to work. Why is it always during a live that it won't work? Tweezers. Tweezers. I need tweezers. Right, let me line this up like so. And do the other one. Doom, 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 doom. So that's that. Let's cut this off from the back. There we go. That's already pretty, right? I like that. Okay, next, let me see where I want Santa. I like him like this, where he's sort of, you see his face peeking through. So let's stick that down, just so I know where to put him. Just a bit of glue. There. He's going to live there, but first things first, I'm going to cut his arms off. Here I was, just doing all that. and the top of his head. There we go. Look at that. Isn't he cute? Now I want some sort of background for him, so I'm going to glue him onto this piece of paper. This comes from Annette's latest paper pack, which is called Romantic Revival. So I'm going to glue this down onto that. And that's a tight fit. There we go. Look how cute that is. I love it. So that's going to go onto here. So let's do that. Like so. And I'm going to make that flush with the top. So there's a little strip here at the bottom that isn't covered, but that's why we have this, the planter. Is that what it's called? I think so. Just gonna do that. Put that one here. I'm running a bit over, guys, I'm sorry, but I do want to finish it, so nearly done. It's going to be 1 or 2 minutes. There we go. Now, in the set, there are some cool little flowers that you can use in here. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to... There we go. I'm going to do something else. And that involves glue. And this. And something else. So I'm going to put some glue here. And here. And here. Here. Just in all the corners. Like that. And you can give him acetate in the back, and you can do all this kind of things. I just thought this was enough. At the end of the day, it's about having fun, right? Okay, there's glue everywhere where I want it. This is a rock candy, the big one, chunky glitter. So that's going to be fun on there. When that's dry. And then there's one element that I seem to have lost now that I want to put on there. Bear with me. It must be on my desk. There was one more thingy. Probably under something. I just had it. Here it is. That's this bow. This bow comes from another set from Annette, which is this one. The 2301 envelopes and paper sack. And I'm going to color that red. Here I thought I was going to be finished way too soon. Well, I'm not. Hi, Mario. And I'm just going to come in with a darker one a bit. Just flick it in and out a bit. There we go. That's the way we do it. That's the way I like it. And I'm just coming over with that same red again. To blend it all back in. Grab this, grab some glue. And this is the finishing touch. This is going to go right there. Look at that. How cute is that? Now, of course, the art glitter glue needs to dry. But when it's dry, you get this. You see that? All that sparkle and shine there. So, yeah, I think I've got two cute ATC cards here. One I made earlier to see if it would work. And this one I made today. Would make a perfectly good shake card as well. Absolutely. Yeah, I love the bow. It's really cute. So, what do you guys think? I think these are really pretty ATCs. So, thanks, Annette. Are you up for the challenge? It's coming soon. It's coming soon, Annette. We have to touch base about that. That's going to be fun. That involves ATCs. I won't say anything else. I won't spill the beans here, but we need to get together and finalize that, because these ideas that come up during the Banff Creative Retreat, and we come up with all these fun things, we need to follow up on it, Annette. So we will. So, just take that away. Let's go to the front camera. And so I can say a proper goodbye. Thank you for joining me today. This was Coffee and Craft for the Thursday. Tomorrow it will be Annette. You'll be in for a treat, you know that. That's going to be fantastic. I'm pretty sure of that. Monday it's going to be me. Gotta wait and see how that's going to be. And then Wednesday it'll be Angelica with her new release. So that'll be exciting. And then I think it's Els on Friday. Don't know who's doing Coffee and Craft. Could be Els, could be Liz. It's not me. So it's either Els or Liz who's doing the Coffee and Craft next week. But I'm pretty sure Monday it's me, Wednesday it's Angelica, and Friday it's Els. So thank you all for joining me today. See you all Monday, and I'll see you online tomorrow with Annette for some fun things there. Thank you. See you soon. Bye.